Hey guys, we're back in Guild Wars today. We're going to be looking at going over to Nightfall from Prophecies as a Prophecies character. We're going to be getting heroes and we're going to be looking at starting to gear them up. So, should be an exciting video and I hope you're ready for that and you enjoy it. So let's crack on with that. As you can see behind me, that's Lionguard Figo. He has the quest, and to get to him, that hill directly up there leads to First Watch Sergio. That's the skills guy in Lion's Arch. Or you can head over that way. That's Zhao Tai. So we're at the dock area. Let's grab the quest, and probably should have read that, to be honest, but greetings. Someone has been looking for you. Cormier, Spear Marshal of the illustrious Sunspears, has travelled from the lands of Elona to the south. She's been asking most diligently after you. Cormier awaits you at Lion's Gate. Lionguard Bido will grant you entrance to speak with her. Alright, Lionguard Bedo. As you can see, we've put a little bit of a team together. I'm not sure if we need them, but I'm fairly certain we wind up fighting some creatures. So, just in case, let's have a word with Cormier. I am Cormier, Spear Marshal of the Sunspears, those sworn to defend the lands of Elona. Darkness has befallen our lands. I have travelled to the Battle Isles and have now come to Tyria to search for heroes willing to fight this evil and help bring peace to the lands of Elona. Hi, Silverwind. I am Spear Marshal Cormier, leader of the Sunspears. I think we've basically said all this, haven't we? I speak of Nightfall, a darkness that threatens Elona and will envelop all our lands if it is not stopped. Even now its tendrils stretch out to bring ruin to Lion's Arch. I can sense it. If you are the caliber of hero I seek, prove it by defeating this evil here in your home. Make haste though, your own lands are in great peril. Are you prepared to begin the defence of Lion's Arch? So we're just going to cap these points, I think. Just be very careful because these are high level enemies. They aren't very numerous, but they absolutely will rip you. This is a hell of a thing at level 10, I'm not going to lie. With level 10 heroes anyway. Just give him a bit of a breather. So, something that will help here. As you've seen, I have not been very good at targeting the right things. I've been allowing the Elementalist to survive for far too long. That does not help your survivability at all. So just be careful with your target priorities whilst you're doing this. Okay, that's number 3. See, he cast an AOE there. And basically wiped the team. That's intense. Good job the Lionguard was here. Not much, but I'll take it. Should have one more. Over there, look. See it on the map. Near the armory, I'm guessing. Uh-oh. Guessing we just need to survive. Maybe. Looks like it. That was a plus. That quest is a bit challenging, as you can see. Oh, I've read that one. You have now witnessed the darkness that threatens to destroy us all, and triumphed over it. I fear that the leader of the Elonian province of Korna, Varashosa, is responsible. I ask of you, come to Elona and help the Sunspears defeat her, before she brings ruin down upon us all. Finish your important tasks here in Tyria, and return to me when you are ready. I will then arrange travel to Elona so that you may help us make a stand against this evil.
Elona, land of the golden sun. A land of wealth and bounty. A land of heroes. A land protected by its champions, the Order of the Sunspears. A shadow now falls upon this land. The shadow of an ancient and forgotten darkness. Night falls. The time of the 5 gods is at an end.
There we go. Kamadan. Or Sundocs, to be more precise. Cormir told me to expect you, are you, Silverwind? We Sunspears are indeed lucky to have such great heroes to join our battle against the evil that threatens Elona. There is much to be done to prepare you for the battle that awaits us. When you're ready, I will direct you on your way. So, you will immediately wind up being guided towards picking up your first heroes when you get here. I believe that's what this quest is. You must be a foreign recruit, as Cormir told me to expect. It's good to see so many heroes from beyond these shores coming to our aid. Spear Marshal Cormir is waiting for you in the plains of Jarin. You should hurry up and catch up to her. She seems even more driven than normal these days, and probably won't wait around long. Yeah, she's a busy lady. What's this one then? So this is for another two heroes. You can choose either Acolyte Jin or Acolyte Souske. I believe this is the quest for that. So with darkness upon us, the Zaishen and Sunspears must ally with each other. We cannot sacrifice our numbers to still hold Nightfall at bay in Cantha and Tyria. As a sign of our solidarity in this war and our trust in you, I offer you the opportunity to train one of my most powerful and promising acolytes. Your success shows you are a natural leader. Consider this a great honour. The way of the Zaishen is forged in combat by blood and steel. We will test you the Zaishen way. When you're ready, meet us on the plains of Jarin. Awesome. So, just to bear in mind with this Zaishen hero quest, you do eventually get both heroes. So, in one way, it doesn't matter which one you pick. But, like, if you want the Elementalist, you need to pick the Elementalist. If you want the Ranger, you need to pick the Ranger. There's no two ways about it, initially. Yeah, we don't want... Can't take 4 here. So, Plains of Jarin. Here's Mox. He's another hero. We'll deal with him later. He's not really part of this particular mission. Right. Hi, I'm glad you're here. The land is in grave danger. War Marshal Varish, leader of the province of Korna, has slipped into madness. She now worships an evil god named Abaddon, and her power grows every day. Soon her hunger for power will reach beyond Elona and threaten the lands of Cantha and Tyria. I need your assistance. Take these heroes and train them. Prepare them for war. And pray to the 5 gods we have the strength and the will to overcome the evil that threatens us all. So, we've now got Dunkoro, Koss, and Melonni by the looks of it. It's a good starting point, to be honest. I think, for me, I'm going to pick Souske. He used to main Ranger, but I don't know, we can pick up a... No. Do that. Attack him. Yet again, I don't know how we managed that.
Jin! Acolyte Jin!
What is it, Souske?
What do you think?
Of what?
That Sunspear leader, of course.
Nice moves. Has potential.
That's it?
That's enough.
Something is going on here in Elona. I can feel it in my bones. This Sunspear is going to be a big part of it.
If you say so. I am just looking for someone to learn from. It is the Zaishen way.
There's nothing about the Zaishen way that says we can't be enthusiastic about what we do.
Okay.
Field General Hayao will allow this Sunspear to train one of us. I hope I am chosen.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
Then I won't have to listen to you jabbering on.
What did you just say?
I do like Jin. Right, Marshal Hayao. Well done. Now that you've seen both Souske and Jin in battle, you may choose a pupil to train in your image. Speak with me again and I will arrange the final trial. Take Souske. The Zaishen are sworn blades of Balthazar, loyal to the end. You have selected Souske as your student. It's time to show your pupil the meaning of strength. Together you must defeat one of Balthazar's Eternals in combat. Only through victory in the face of adversity will you be forever bonded with your brethren in arms. You will find the Eternal in Zealand Reach. Don't like the amount of enemies. Right, let's head over to the Astralarium, is it? And then we'll hit Zealand Reach. We're getting very close to 20 now. Very, very close. Could do with getting some runes armoring up a little bit. We're going to start encountering content where that becomes important soon. Once we get to the southern Shiver Peaks and that sort of area, it will be difficult. Still on Sanctum K at the minute, but it won't be long. It will not be long. We're just following the quest marker and it leads us straight here. Heading to Zelon Reach, but there's a settlement in the way, so just in case you're a little bit lost. Something that happens to me quite a lot, in all honesty. Alright, so we got Koss. Melonni. I'll take Dunkoro as our healer. So, I'm lucky. I have years and years and years of things to fall back on. Don't actually have a build for that though. What was that? The hero version of that. There we go. So, when you're gearing heroes like this, like you don't get good starter gear. So you kind of need like this to fall back on, really. Bits and pieces, you know what I mean? So we're going to have to find a shield, because I don't have one. Don't have a scythe either. I did think we had a heal staff though, which is kind of throwing me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Got an air staff. That'll come in handy. Alright, well Dunkoro's got a staff and his weapon damage isn't really that critical, in all honesty. We can fix that later. But yeah, like I say, you guys are going to have that immediate issue that you don't have builds and you don't have gear. That's fine. My strategy mainly for that is to just play the game. Just do your best with it. You will start to pick up bits and pieces fairly quickly. Just basically by doing your missions and stuff, leveling them up. Something we are going to do, we'll get Souske and then we'll look at putting runes on. Because that's something that we can do just by earning money. That was easy. So now we need to head back over here by the looks of it. back to the sun docks. And then we can start looking at actual gear. If you are looking for weaponry as well, this is probably the best place to be, because you can literally just come here. And there's people selling stuff. Somebody will have something to sell you, like you need a sword. Just say you want to buy a sword, you know? Easier said than done in one way, but it's not too bad. So Acolyte Souske joins your party. As his trainer, I think it's best you knew something about your pupil. Souske is driven by relentless curiosity and always offering advice, commentary, and wisecracks. Do not let that deceive you. His unique attitude and boundless curiosity are rare in a Zaishen, but he backs it up with an explosive, flamboyant fighting style. Good luck, hero. Go with the blessing of Balthazar. There is another little trick you can use as well to get some weaponry, but it will be later in the Nightfall campaign. There are some little weapon caches dotted around. There are one or two in Istan as well, but they're going to be lower level. Unfortunately, you want to get to corner before you can start using them, but they are free, and it's like they respawn on a regular basis. It's like once a month or something. It's been a while since I've done it, but it's a good way of getting something for free. So we need to come over here and speak to this guy, and he is going to teach us how to use our heroes effectively. As a Sunspear, you never fight alone. To be effective, you must learn to command those fighting with you on the field of battle. There are many new lessons to master. Command training will teach you the techniques you need to know to make tactical decisions during the heart of battle. We can only provide you with the tools. What you do with them will determine your fate. When you're ready, report to the Tactician High in Truria Fields to commence your training. We can do that. So, before we do anything else, let's show you the Rune Trader. Pick Melonni as well. A bit more of a rounded team. I do prefer running Dervish as my front line sometimes, but the difficulty with that is you've got to have a sight, which I do not have. Something you guys are probably going to be struggling with as well, to be honest. So let's deal with the bits that we can deal with. So we've got an air staff for Souske, so I am literally just going to go air rune. I'm going to do a intermediate one because obviously if you look at the superior one, it's minus 75 to your health. Souske currently only has 285, so that's going to be problematic if we tank his health too much. These ones are a little bit more forgiving at minus 35, so that one extra costing us like an extra 40, minus 40 to our health. You can also put an energy storage as well, minor energy storage rune. That's a good idea. And I would also recommend going for a rune of minor vigor. You can go for the bigger ones if you want, but as you can see, they are expensive. And I have a budget, and I need to be mindful of that, in all honesty. We should need 2 of these. 1 on his legs. 1 on his gloves. Just double check. So we've got a major air rune. A minor vigor rune, because that's all we can afford. Attunement. Minor energy storage. And then I'm probably just going to go 2 survivors. 3 radiance. Now the thought process behind that is the Zaishen robes will get us a fair amount of health. And the legs will get us a fair amount of health as well. Whereas the feet, that's only going to get us an extra 1, if that makes sense. Not so much of a problem with an elementalist, but if I were playing like Mesmer or any other caster class, I don't have that massive energy storage stat to rely on. So every point in energy does actually help a little bit, in my opinion. Your mileage may vary with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to do exactly the same thing, but I'm going to do that for us. I'm going to strength this time, the minor rune, major swordsmanship, basically all of these are going to be survivor. Koss, because he just doesn't use the energy the same. Truth be told, not such a big deal. Does it matter where you put these runes? Not really. I mean, it will to a point. Because obviously the only thing that changes is like the chest piece gets you more health or more energy. That does kind of matter, but the actual runes rather than the insignias, not a big deal. It's fine. So we want a minor vigor. We want vitaes if we can. No, we've got everything we need. Then we've got Matey Boy over here, so I'm probably going to go Radiance for him. Truth be told. Just because, like I say, with the healer, also a caster class, and every single point helps. Mana. Have the minor vigor. I'll have a monk rune of divine favor. The divine favor helps. Just gives you a little bit extra healing anytime you do heal. Gets you a little bit extra. So we've got missing head rune, and we want healing prayers for that. I'm hoping you guys can see where I'm going with this, what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. I might not be very good at explaining it, but so we want 1 more rune for the legs. I think we'll go for health. Although he has got energy needs. Yeah, we're going to need some health as well. As you can see, that just doing that has taken a fair chunk of cash. So you do need to be careful with how much you budget for this. My recommendation would be that you try and pick up as much stuff as you can for free. Just because you will get them. So if you do get like a decent healing staff, a decent fire staff, a decent sword, decent axe, whatever, stick it in the bank. Just stick it in the bank and sit on it for a bit. Because if you do decide to roll another character, even if you've already got one for your current character, it might come back into use. And these weapons are just rare enough to be annoying. Like these green ones, they're stupidly rare. You will see them occasionally, but you have to be quite lucky. But golds, like I say, they're just rare enough to be irritating to get. In an ideal world, we would turn Souske into an Earth Mage, but don't have stuff to make him an Earth Mage. But when the time comes, we can just flip this air rune across into a Earth rune if we do want to. It's not a problem. Not a problem at all. Right, there we go. Do a good old-fashioned Invoke lightning build. I want a lightning orb. Go monk for the hard res, because why not? When you have skill issues like me, you need to make sure that you do have a hard resurrect on your heroes. Or at least some of them. 35 damage, deals 76 lightning damage to 2 nearby foes if you are overcast. Yeah, that's wonderful. Inflict weakness. We want air attunement as well. And then if we can just grab healing prayers, we just go for resurrection chant. We don't want to put rebirth on our heroes because it will get you killed. It will lead to a party wipe if heroes start using that particular skill. Okay, so you again probably won't have these. So if you don't have the skills that I have here, just go for a basic fire build. It'll be fine. You just want some damage output, basically. If you do decide to do what I've done, you might decide to go with Jin. She is also a good hero to use. There's a couple of missions where a ranger is really actually quite useful. Like, I would not recommend doing a mission with the drought in it without a ranger or a mesmer. Can't remember what it's called. We can actually carry on. We've got command training to do. I was going to say let's leave it there, but no, we've got some stuff to do. Let's actually test out these heroes before we go. Because there are going to be times when as a player you are going to need to put your heroes in specific places in missions, so it's good to know how to do that. Just another little tip: if you can get a weapon that is going off your auxiliary stat, so for example as an elementalist, if you can get an energy storage staff, you can use that to run a fire, earth, water, air build, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, welcome back to Churia Fields, are you, Silverwind? Let me know when you're ready, and I will separate you from your squad so you can learn to issue them commands. So the job here, flag your heroes. You see these little flags up here? Capture the points with them. These points here. They all want to be blue. Dunkoro is struggling a little bit there. Let's go and help him out a little bit. Move Souske across. Because this area is clear now, area 2. So we'll keep capping. There we go. Area 2 is not quite there. Area 1 is though. There are times when you can use your 3 hero flags, split your team up, and then order the rest of your team to stand somewhere else. So if you know you're going to get hit with like a massive surge of damage, like a massive AOE hit, what we're supposed to be doing now. Capture 2 and 3. Okay. So yeah, if you know you're going to get hit with a massive AoE attack, you don't want your heroes to be stood next to each other or on top of each other, because it'll just wipe your party. If you've watched the videos of me playing any of the recent missions, you've probably seen that happen once or twice. In fact, I think it happened on the way in. Those torment claws in that mission, they are very good at wiping your team. So just be a bit careful. Such as you can be. It's not always easy. And like I was saying about the secondary stat, if you can get a weapon that's based on Divine Favour, you can run Protect or heal builds with those. Doesn't really matter. Those are gold. Just give you a little bit of flexibility. They're probably not as good in terms of like actual raw performance, but being able to flick your heroes from one build to another is really useful. Really, really useful. I can't underestimate how handy that is. Can't overstate how handy that is. Okay, we're going to go to the Sunspear Great Hall now, and then we're going to finish the video. I'm not going to go too far into Nightfall at the minute, because it's a brilliant campaign. I do want to finish Prophecies if we can. Like I say, there is another dervish you can pick up here. Mox is a dervish, but you will need another scythe. We don't have one scythe at the minute, so... Something else to bear in mind, you do get a weapon for finishing the game for each campaign. So you complete factions, you get a free weapon, like maximum weapon. You complete the other one, Nightfall, you get a weapon. Not going to help you right now, but it does become useful. You do start to amass these things. And the nice thing about those, you get to choose the weapon. If that makes sense. You get to the end of Nightfall and you're like, oh, my healer's still using a requirement 5 healing staff. You can grab a staff of Staff of Whispers. And it can have Divine Favour on it. You can choose that. So it's a really good way to fill out your ranks. That said, you're probably not going to finish Nightfall without at least moderately geared heroes, but all these little improvements, they help a lot. Getting better over time. It's a bit like YouTube, really. Like to think I'm getting better with these videos. I think we've still got a ways to go. I hear you handle command trading like a true leader. Well done. I'm glad to see you taking this problem so seriously. We're nearly ready to go on the offensive against Varish. Speak to me again when you're ready for your assignment in the coming battle. Okay, so we must secure Champion's Dawn. The Corsairs have landed and plan to take advantage of our war preparations to catch us off guard. They may even have designs on conquering all of Istan. There are even reports of Cornans helping them as well. Little did they expect we would be able to call upon such great heroes as you, Arya Silverwind. Cormyr has gone ahead to help prepare for the assault. Our main force is already committed to the upcoming war. We need you to rally the Sunspear scouts and local masons. Report to Elite Scout Zuso in the plains of Jarin, and then see Quarrymaster Bohanna. Further instructions. We must defend Champion's Dawn, or all might be lost. So these quests are they're now moving away from hero training and they're moving towards the Consulate Docks mission. So we're going to stop here. But yeah, if there is anything you would like to know, anything that I didn't cover in the video, I know it's been a little bit, I wouldn't say rushed, but there's a lot to go over, and it's all basic stuff. You probably know all of it, but if there is something you think you would like to know that you would like me to cover, just ask me in the comments. We'll go over it. Yeah? So with that, thank you very much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye.